Welcome to the InfoWars Nightly News. It's Friday, November 15th, 2013, and I'm Leanne McAdoo. Here is a look at what's coming up tonight.
Tonight, what does the Obamacare fix mean for your health? Then, how cyber attacks are surpassing physical terrorism. And could killer robots be outlawed? That's next on the InfoWars Nightly News.
My buddy did.
Don't say buddy. That means friendship. You're not allowed to shake hands in most public schools. First dodgeball, now no running, now no shaking hands. Don't say dad, don't say buddy, don't say gun, don't say bayonet. Man, this guy's an extremist.
We fumbled the rollout on this healthcare law, and we should have done a better job getting that right on day one, not on day 28 or on day 40.
Well, that was Captain Obvious confirming what we already know. And due to the fumbling rollout of the marketplace, Obama has reversed course. Now he is going to let insurance providers continue to write their insurance policies, even if they don't meet the minimum standards that are set by this problem-plagued law. He's going to let that happen for another year. But McClatchy reports that this fix could make matters even worse. The issue with extending existing policies for another year has the potential to destabilize the market, resulting in higher premiums. Now, insurance companies have no idea what's going to be the law tomorrow, next month, or even next year. The problem is that companies base their rates for 2014 on certain assumptions, including that plans bought after 2010 or plans that had been substantially changed would be canceled. So if more customers are now allowed to keep those plans, companies are probably going to have to raise the premiums and offer fewer choices. Nicholas Bagley is a health policy expert, and he said Obama's fix raised more questions than answers, from the effect on premiums to the ability of insurance commissioners to swiftly approve previously canceled plans. And he said it remains to be seen whether the effort is even legal. And as Mike Adams points out, the fact that Obamacare just rolled out yesterday and said, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and let this be the law. He's just acting like a dictator and just saying that I have the power to do this, when in fact, there is no power in the presidential office to do that. According to Article 2, Section 3 of the Constitution, it demands that the president take care that laws be faithfully executed. So at this point, the problem with Obama announcing that he will allow the insurance companies to avoid canceling the further policies and write policies that don't adhere to the law, it's just Obama doesn't even have the power to do this. So at this point, insurance companies have no idea what to believe, nor do the consumers who are shopping for the plans. And not to mention the fact that there is no mechanism in place that will force insurance companies to reinstate the policies that they have already canceled. So do you really think that these insurance companies are going to give people who they've canceled, give them back their plans and say, oh, you know what, you can go ahead and keep on paying $50 because you know you had a great plan that you were really comfortable with. Sorry, we canceled it. No, they're not going to do that. And there's no law or there's no mechanism in place that's saying you need to reinstate those people. So the people that have had their plans canceled are basically screwed. And of course, the people that haven't had theirs canceled yet are going to be able to keep them for the next year. So as you can see, this is creating all sorts of problems. What a mess. It's going to be an even bigger mess if you can believe it. But one of those people who had his plan canceled is Dan Bongino. He came on the Alex Jones show today to talk about Obamacare and what it has done to his family. And this is someone who is a former member of the Secret Service's Presidential Protection Division.
Yeah, this isn't the first time, though, either. You had the exemption for Congress. You had the out-of-pocket requirements he waived. You had the income requirements he waived. You had the employer mandate he waived. I mean, this is the odd part about this thick sense of politics on the side where they say, oh, it's the law of the land, and then they turn around 5 minutes later and they ignore the law of the land, which the law of the land, I would argue, initially wasn't constitutional, but as an extra slap in the face, even once they declared constitutional what wasn't constitutional, he unconstitutionally violated it. If that's like making your head spin right now.
Many anthropologists and archaeologists believe that before man even discovered the power to harness and use fire, we were involved in agrarian activities. That is, taking the seeds of plants and then replanting them to produce more. The very foundation of our modern civilization and human culture is centered around the planting and cultivation of edible plants.
Here are some of the amazing deals at InfoWars Seed Center at InfoWarsShop.com.
The Survival Seed Vault by My Patriot Supply features only the finest survival heirloom seeds for a robust and hardy garden, even in the toughest times. We also have starter varieties of the deluxe seed packages for fruit, salad, salsa, peppers, medical herbs, and more.
Go to the InfoWars Seed Center at InfoWarsShop.com.
And remember, the revolution against tyranny is growing. Many anthropologists